Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to be here with you getting into the weekly check-in. We are checking in on week 3 in February here, and I am excited to get into this. We're looking into the grocery household category, restaurants, miscellaneous, gasoline, any medical copay, and unbudgeted items that we have for this week, and we're going to see how much money we have left over for the next week. That's going to get us to the end of the month. Will I have enough? Let's wait and see. Okay, so here we are. This is my weekly spending tracker. I put down different stickers with different colors indicating what I spent for the week and how much I spent, and we're going to go through and check this off. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm excited to have you here. I love helping people with budgeting, answering questions, and just kind of sharing my budget while you guys follow along and find tips and tricks that might help you do your own budgeting. And you get to decide what works best for you, and I do what works best for us. So that is what I'm here to do. So here we go. As you can see here, looking at my stickers, I've got mostly blue and pink and a little purple sprinkled in there, and then this mint green. So I have a little bit of every category. I don't have any gas and I don't have any unbudgeted items in this week, so we're just working with 4 categories on what we actually spent, which is good. I have 2 no spend days, which is excellent. I was hoping to have a no spend yesterday, but there's something I wanted to get on Amazon. I was like, I'll go ahead and get it, because no spends for me are just stickers to put down just to fill a spot, not necessarily a motivator to save money. So that is kind of where I stand on the subject as no spends, but a lot of people actually use them, and they are a very good tool for a lot of people to motivate them to have as many no spends as possible in order to save as much money as they can. And I love watching those videos and seeing you guys do that. That is amazing. So we're going to check in this week, and let's start with the grocery household. So I have my notepad here like I always do, and I'm going to get my pen and my calculator. There we go. And we are going to go ahead and go through all these spending categories. I will talk a little bit what I spent in each of my grocery household items. So for me, I do one large category for grocery household, and I just shop whenever I feel like shopping, which is why no spends don't really work for me. It's because I want the freedom to shop whenever I want and buy groceries whenever I want. It's hard to time things like buying milk and buying things like that, because my sons go through a lot of milk. We go to 4 to 6 gallons a month. Or not a month, a week, in 4 to 6 gallons a week. So that's a lot of gallons of milk a month that this household drinks. And I'm constantly going to the store because my fridge only holds so many gallons of milk, so I can't hold but 4 at a time. So twice a week at least, if not more, I'm at the store getting milk. And while I'm there, I'm getting other things that I want to stock up on. I'm one of those people where when you buy something grocery-wise, if you see not when it's empty, but when the package is opened and it's getting used, I'll go ahead and buy a backup. Same thing, like one of the things I do like to get is pasta sauce, because my sons eat spaghetti twice a week. It is their thing. They like it, so they ask for it twice a week. And so I always have a large jar of Prego, and if I open the jar of Prego and I get the big one, like the biggest jar you can find, when I go into the pantry and I pulled that other one and put it in the fridge after opening it, I always buy immediately the next one, because I never want to be out with that. So that just kind of helps keep my stock in my pantry going a couple weeks ahead of when we're actually going to use it. So that works out pretty good for me. So the first thing I have here is Meijer for $98.21. And I'm just gonna put a little check mark here. What did I get that day? So meats, breads, drinks, personal items, milk, chicken, and lunch meat. So just stuff for, my husband as he's taking his lunch when he goes out and things like that. That is what I bought there, and that was $98. It's just so expensive here. Oh my goodness. Amazon, $55.16. This was also considered grocery household. We purchased the shampoo I like with the conditioner that matches as far as scents go. I like the Head & Shoulders Rose and argan oil or something like that. I don't know what it's called. Anyways, they have the shampoo in my grocery store, but they never have the conditioner. And I'm like, I don't want to use a different smelling conditioner with my shampoo. So I order both on Amazon and they deliver it here, so that works for me. Eyeglass cleaner wipes. Everybody in the house wears glasses, so we're always cleaning our glasses. And then we always have liquid IV packets, and my husband and I drink those throughout the day. And that helps with hydration and stuff, especially with him on the work site. $123.33 is a Meijer pickup at the grocery store. Again, that was like meats, another couple gallons of milk. We like to have biscuits on weekends as well, like Pillsbury brand biscuits and crescents throughout the week and stuff with the spaghetti dinners. Snacks, drinks. I always buy these bottles of tea, and my husband drinks one a day, and it's one single bottle. So it costs a little more because you're not buying the gallon. The gallon's cheaper. But it's so handy to have those one personal bottles. Like when you buy a 20-ounce Coke, we get tea. So he gets tea and he gets water and these packets and all that stuff to take for lunches and while he's out and about during the day. Shrimp, we like shrimp with dinner one night, breakfast items, dish soap, side dishes, things like that. So that's what we bought there for $123.33. $43.68. That was Walmart. I rarely go to Walmart. It's not that far away, but I just don't really like going to our Walmart unless it's a grocery pickup. My son, there's a particular item that I do get. It's boxes of the Tropicana little orange juice with the straws. He likes using those over just pouring it in a cup. Basically, if he pours it in a cup, he always pours too much and it goes too fast. And we spend a lot more that way. So he prefers just those small boxes so he can control them. One box will last like 2 days or something because he only takes his pills with it. I don't know why he needs orange juice for it, but that's what he likes to do. And it saves on buying more milk. But I do have to go to Walmart to get it because for whatever reason, my Meijers don't carry that, and I needed that. And then I needed, what else did I get at Walmart? Oh, the Tide Pods I wanted wasn't at Meijer, but they did have them at Walmart. So I picked up while I was there, and I picked up later in the day after dinner. I realized I forgot to get the ketchup and the coffee creamer, and that's what the $8.28 is. And that was just on the way home from dinner that night. So now that I know what I spent in groceries and grocery household, we're going to discover how much I spent there and see if I went over budget or not. All right, I spent $328.66. Make sure I'm not glaring on you guys. Sometimes I hate that. It's a really dark day, heavy clouds. It's just really dark here, so I've got all my lights on. Hopefully you guys can see everything okay. There we go. So I am under budget there. I didn't show you the budget categories. $526.55, so we're good there. $100.73 for restaurants. Miscellaneous was $201.08 for the budget, $61.98 for the budget for gas, and $75 for copay. So these are the items. This is the amounts I need to stay under, and if I'm over, then I have to figure out how I'm going to pay for that. And I'll explain that a little bit later. So next I have restaurants. So glad I did do this because I actually forgot to put down my restaurants for the weekend. And I had to come back and do this because my numbers were off for a bit, and I'm like, wait a minute, what happened? And I forgot these charges. So $38.10, my son's ordered pizza and had it delivered, and a couple other items. So there's that. And then $45.14, Buffalo Wild Wings, that was delivery. Both these are delivery and tip. My husband and I just didn't want pizza, but we didn't want to go anywhere, so we ordered DoorDash and did that. We're kind of a little rural, so not a lot of places deliver here, but DoorDash will, so it costs a little more. And that's what we factor into our budget, and that makes us happy. So this is a lifestyle we like living under. Let's see, The last one here is $49.19. That was Casa Fiesta. My husband had a really difficult day that day. He didn't actually have to go into work. He worked from home, which kept him from going outside. He loves being outside. It was such a nice day too. And so I think that contributed, and it was just difficult sitting at a desk doing phone conferences all day, and everything you planned all day just kind of went out the window. And it's like, man. So yeah, he was like, can we go out? I need to get out. I'm like, yes, absolutely. So we went out. I was like, I'm not saying no to that because I know how frustrated he was that day. So we got Mexican, he had a beer, he calmed down, we're all good. So there you go. 38.10 plus 45.14 and 49.19. That was 132.43. Okay, so I did say restaurants is just $100. And yes, we went $32 over budget. So when I go to do the numbers on the other page, I'll know that I'll need my red pen. And as far as how to cover that, when we go out a little more, that means we're not using as much groceries, so we actually have a little more wiggle room in the grocery budget. So I can use that money from the grocery budget to cover the cost of the extra eating out that we do. And you want to create room and opportunities to say yes to some things. Yes, it's important to say no when it's not necessary, but at the same time, sometimes you need to say yes. And discerning which is a yes and which is a no, and whether to go over budget or not, it's definitely, it's a call you have to make. It's a decision you have to decide. Is it worth? Does it have value? Do you have the money elsewhere to take care of it, and you're not abusing what you are getting in? I don't think categories should be strict and stringent where you are set in this number and you can't go over a penny otherwise. I don't think that's fair. I think if you know yourself well enough and you know the money that's coming in and you want to go a little bit over to do something with the family or just a date night or whatever, I think that's a good thing to do. I don't think that's a wrong thing to do. So that is how our family runs the budget, and that's how we make our decisions. So next I have miscellaneous, and I bought a Kindle here. I didn't buy a Kindle, but I bought a Kindle book, and I bought two things. It was an Amazon book and then a Kindle. Hold on, what did I buy? This $9.53, I can't remember what it was. I think I had something to do in addition to the cookbook I bought, which was with the Kindle. And I think it was a digital purchase, but I just can't find that order. But I do know I bought something. It might have been another book or an audio or something. I'm just not seeing it. So there's Amazon there. I know the cookbook didn't have audio, but yeah, I can't think of it, but that's okay. And then over here, I spent $118.68. I was looking at my miscellaneous. I have been really well, doing really well cutting back my spending in miscellaneous and not using it so much as my personal money anymore, which has been nice because that I think I can kind of go back to having some extra money to give as personal money for me and my husband as he continues with this new job. I just wanted to hold off in doing that for a little while. He was getting personal money and I was using this category as personal money. So that was that. But this is in this 118.28, I bought two of these electric scrub brushes on Amazon. One for my upstairs bathroom, one for my downstairs bathroom. The upstairs one is for my sons. They're going to take care of cleaning their tub in their bathroom, and I thought these spinny scrubby brushes would help with them with that. And then because I have neuropathy in my hands and feet and just a lot of chemicals, a lot of dryness, just touching things sometimes really hurts. Even writing hurts. So I have issues, and I'm hoping something like this with the extra handle and the scrub brush, I might be able to clean our bathroom easier and be willing to clean it more often. So I just thought it was really neat, and I thought it would be a good idea. So I got 2 of them. They were $44 each. And then my husband, when he goes out, he has his own work truck and he's going out to places that are like construction and there's mud and dirt and stuff like that. This is the scrub clean his shoes so that he's not tracking mud in the house and stuff like that. I thought that would be a good thing to have, and yeah, that's what we bought there. And I thought it was a pretty good purchase, especially when we weren't spending a lot in miscellaneous. So let's go ahead and total these up. $9.53 plus $10.59 plus $118.69. There we go. So it's $138.80. I still think that was really good because we had like $200 or something in there. $138.80. So we're still under budget in that. And then copay. My son had a prescription, and I had a prescription for $416. My son had a prescription for $1407, and get those total $416 plus $1407. And that gives me $18.23. So those are all the spending categories. So that since this is part of the weekly check-in, we're going to look at that first, and then I'll get to the bills after that. All the spending went onto the credit card as usual. And so because it was on the credit card, I can move the money out of the checking account at one time instead of having a lot of charges in the checking account. I kind of like it better that way, to have it on the credit card as a holding pattern for a week until the end of the week and then paying that. So that's just how I operate that. $328.66 is our grocery household. So I have $526.55 minus the $328.66, and I still had almost $200, $197.89 as far as what's in the balance or left over in the grocery household category. Interesting thing is, if you look at this as like cash envelopes, this is what it would look like in cash, these numbers. So I could have roughly had $200 in cash left over, moved it to the next week. So we really saved a good amount of money this month in grocery household. So next month is going to be a little bit of a longer month. Not sure if I'm going to balance forward or if I'm just going to put all this in savings. I have to decide that at the end of February what to do with the leftover money. So we'll see how March shakes out next month. So I did go over, like I said, 173 minus the 132.43. I went over in restaurants, and we did that intentionally, and we knew it. And we were like, yeah, we want to do this. Because this weekend, I don't know if we're going to have time to even go out. We probably will anyway, but it's one of those things it was one of those nights, actually, just we needed to get away and kind of have a date night. And he needed to decompress and get out of the house for a little bit. So I thought it was a perfect night to go out. And because it was the middle of the week, there wasn't a lot of people there. And it was just a nicer environment to be in. So let's move that up. So miscellaneous here, I had 201.08 minus the 138.80. So we had plenty of money in miscellaneous. And that still leaves us 62.28. Now gasoline we did not spend, right? Okay, so 0. Actually, I don't do that here. It's funny, I'll write 0 as $0.00 here, but I put a line through it over here. Interesting. 61.98 is still available. And then copay, I had $18.23 out of 75. So 18. I'm waiting for a office visit bill to show up for $25 or $24, whatever it is. Might be more this year, 26. Hear me talking and I'm writing the wrong numbers down. There we go. So this is $56.77. That's how much is left. And $0.00 for unbudgeted. Praise God. It's not good when you're using the buffer the checking account all the time, so we're not going to do that. So now I need to set up my week 4 for the weekly check-in, and when I close this out, that'll be the video I close out for the end of the month closeout. So it won't be a week 4 check-in, it'll be a closeout for the entire budget because that ends on the end of the month. And then once the end of week 4 happens, also I close out paycheck 2. So that'll all happen at once at the end of the month. Usually on the last day of the month I can get that up before the next month, but not always. So we'll see what happens there. So now what we want to do, since we know how much each week is, and I always start week 1 with what I'm going to do with each week, and then I just take the balance and either add or subtract from these numbers. So I'm going to start there. So I know each week was going to be $400, and I'm going to add the $197.89. Now this is a short month. It's a 29-day, not a 30 or 31-day month, so it's a little shorter, only by a couple of days. But for some reason we just didn't spend as much. I think because I spent so much in January to stock up when there were sales and coupons that I didn't need to this month. So that worked out really well, even though if I do a big coupon run where I just buy all the coupons that I have, all the stuff with all the coupons I have, and try to catch the sales at the same time and spend a lot, it carries through to the next month. So I'm really seeing that here. It's really nice. $597.89 is the new amount for week 4. The next thing I have is $125 for restaurants, and I'm going to reduce this by $31.70 because I overspent in week 3. And keep in mind, all this cash for all these weeks is already sitting in the checking account. I'm ready to pay for it whenever it happens. So $93.30. I am almost 100% positive that we'll go over budget a little bit on this one. We're going to go to visit some family and stuff, so we might spend a little more eating out. But because we have so much room in the budget for groceries, I'm not that worried about it. I'm going to take it from groceries and use it in eating out. So that works for us. I think that'll be fine. We still have a good amount. We may stay in budget. If we don't, it's okay. We have the room to use it. So miscellaneous, $125. I'm going to add the $62.28, and that's going to give me $187.28. And that's more than enough for the end of the month. I don't know if I'll use much of it. I might. I'm going to try not to and see what the month looks like. Gasoline, so $75 a week plus the $61.98. There you go. $136.98. So far I'm doing good on gas. I know my husband, because he's not driving his Jeep during the week, he only drives it on weekends. When he's not working, he has a work truck and doesn't really need to use his vehicle during the week. I'm going to adjust, I think, and drop our gas category probably from 300 to 250 again. I used to do 250 and that worked out pretty well. And I think that'll be fine. And we'll see what actually is left over at the end of the month. Because I don't know if I'm going to need gas next week. I may or may not. I haven't, depends on if we go out of the area or not. So that's what I have for gas. Copay, I have $56.77, and that is $25 a week. And so that leaves me $81.77 and $0 for unbudgeted. Yay! So this is what I have for my weekly check-in. This is all the numbers. This is the new balance for week 4. If you kind of total what I have for week 4, it's a lot of money this month. $597.89 plus $93.30 plus $187.28 plus $136.98 plus $81.77. So I still have just over $1,000, almost $1,100 of spending out of $3,000 is what I usually give myself. So that is really good. Reining in and just being cautious with the budget, but still being able to spend when I want, how I want, and still being comfortable for my family. So I think we're doing really good in this and not going over. Now January, February, March are usually low spend months for spending category. It's April, May, June. Definitely June, July, August are more spending, and then you have the holidays. So you have low spend months, you have high spend months. It just depends on how your family operates on when those months are. So we're still in that low spend. And this is also a good time to kind of save any of these extra that you don't spend in your categories into savings challenges, or just saving categories. You don't even need to do a challenge. I think that would be awesome. And just kind of keep in mind what you are spending and what you're not spending. I do have a freebie down below in the description box. There's 2 of them. One is a several page budgeting budget tracker, basically is what it is. So you can do your own budgets and fill out your own trackers, kind of similar to how I do them here. And then you have also save my coupons, save my money, I think I called it. Let me find it. Yeah, it's a coupon savings challenge. This is free. It doesn't look like this. It actually looks like this. It's orange. This is just ran out of ink. But I wanted to show this because this I actually completely filled out every time. I'm not actually saving this money, but this is kind of an example of what it would look like if you did fill it out every time you wanted to save a little bit of money out of your spending and you use coupons in your spending. Like I could transfer $1.60, and then another day I'd transfer $4.24. That's what these numbers are. And these are the dates that they happen, mostly at my grocery store. Some of them are Amazon. One of them is Lowe's, and whatever the amount, I've got $8 amount, I got $16. Whatever that amount is, you can transfer, or you can get the cash for, if you have the cash, you can move that over, you can round it up. So that's 160. You can do, you can either go round down to 150 or round up to $2, whatever, and save that. And this is definitely over $100 worth of different coupons that I saved from just going to the store and using a coupon. But what are you saving your coupon money for? Is it just to lower your grocery budget, or do you want to use that savings towards a specific goal? And that's what this is for. You can actually just kind of track it and see how much you saved for the year, or you can track and transfer those funds or pull that cash and maybe save up $1,000 by the end of the year. I know my Myers app, every time I use their savings and stuff, by the time I got to December last year, it said $1,100 worth of savings throughout the entire year. And I thought, well, gee, that's a simple way to save $1,000. Just whatever that coupon was, keep that money that you saved, and at the end of the year you can have money. So I like that. I like that little bit of challenge. I don't do challenges, but I just thought that was a great concept, and I have that in the description box if you want to print it. And it's all yours. So that's the weekly check-in. If you're done with weekly check-in with me, that's fine. If you want to know how much I owe the credit card, stick around because we're going to figure that out as well. Okay, so here's my bill calendar, and I put down the stickers where bills come out, and then I highlight in blue which ones actually go to the credit card, because not all of these go to the credit card. A lot of them go to my checking account. So I check in from the Friday to the 16th to the 22nd, which is today, Thursday, and I have a few bills here. This actually came out, I just didn't move the sticker, it came out on Friday instead of Thursday. Not sure why, but this went up. I'm going to erase this because this is wrong. But this bill, I don't know what's going on with my AT&T. I need to look at the statement to see what changed, but I'm pretty sure it's some fees. It went up $5.76 or something, or $4.70 some cents. I don't remember how much, but $280, $261. And then the next one I have written down is the Apple storage for my phone, and then Discovery Plus. I just kind of wrote them out of order there. And then my husband's bill. And that is that. Everything else came out of the checking account. I only have one more bill coming out at the end of the month. I'm not last day of the month, and it's for $324 with Amazon Digital, and that will be my paycheck closeout. So that will be the only thing there. So let's take a look at the bills and how much I spent there. So 282.61 plus 299 plus 899 plus 39.17. There we go. So I spent in total $333.76. So this one on the credit card, and then all of this one on the credit card. So I need to total all of that together to know how much I owe the credit card. So let's go ahead and start at the top and work our way down. So $328.66 plus $132.43 plus $138.80 plus the $18.23 plus the $333.76. All right, I have $951.88 that I owe the credit card, and I checked that with the bank account, and we are good to go. So we are, I can go ahead and pay that, and all of this week's spending will be taken care of on the credit card, and I will be back to zero that I owe the credit card this week. So there we go. That is how I do a weekly check-in. That's how I pay my bills and pay for all the things that we need for our budget. And yeah, that's what I do. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my video, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.
As a young girl, it feels we're mine. We played hide and seek for hours, raised our shadows among the pines. So offshore, playful and free, without a care in the